Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Ruby Gill, and I feel honored to welcome you all on the behalf of lovely professional university for taking a keen part in today's webinar, which is entitled as Future Technology Evolving with UX. And attendees, I'm sure you'll feel enriched after the completion of today's webinar. So kindly allow me to introduce our experts. Mr. Pushpendra Kumar Petria, Head, Domain of System Programming, School of Computer Science and Engineering, lovely professional university. A zestful personality with a very rich profile. He's a proud member of International Association of Engineers, European Alliance of Innovation, Institution of Engineering and Technology, and lifetime member of Indian Science Congress Association. Also, he has published many papers in peer-reviewed journals and conferences as well. So, sir, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you, Ruby.
Additionally, I would like to welcome our industry expert, Mr. Abhijit Singh, Chief Academic Officer, Imagine XP. With an experience of 16 years, he's a dynamic professional that spearheads the curriculum and academic delivery of industry-focused degree program in UX design and future skills at Imagine XP. Also, he plays an essential role in university alliances, relations, and partnerships as well. So, sir, it's a privilege to have you on board with us today. Thank you so much for joining. Furthermore, I would like to welcome our admission expert, Ms. Rachna Bajaj, Senior Assistant, Lovely Professional University. The attendees today, she'll give you an insight of fee, eligibility, and scholarship, which I'm sure will make you save a lot of money. And in addition to that, she'll also be sharing the infrastructure part of the university. So thank you, ma'am, for joining us today. So with this, we'll begin our today's webinar, and I welcome you all once again to the webinar and hope that you all will have a great interaction with our experts. So over to you, Mr. Pushpendra Kumar, sir, so for the content of the day.
Hello. Thank you, Ruby for the wonderful introduction. Good morning, everyone. Today we are having a very nice weather. Can you quickly confirm whether my voice is clear, Ruby? Hello.
Yes, sir. It is loud and clear, sir.
Okay. So today, everybody, we are meeting for a purpose, and the purpose is we at LPU, Lovely Professional University, have launched a program in UI UX along with the like BTech program. It is in computer science with a specialization in UI UX. So I hope everybody is well aware about the term UI and UX. UI stands for user interface and UX is the user experience. Although the terms are very synonymous, but these are having a great impact on different product design or the success of the product and number of things. We design in CSE, we develop a whole lot of softwares, but UI UX plays a vital role in the success of the product which we design. So I'll take you through this particular webinar. In the beginning, I will take 5 to 10 minutes only, and then we are having expert along with us, Mr. Avajit. He will give you the inside gist of UI UX, how it will be, and what is the scope and future in the UI UX for the guy or the student who is looking for. So if I take the reference of the government of Ministry of Electronic and Information Technologies, they have recently reflected some data in their websites. Like on their website, they are reflecting that by 2025 there are 1.3 million upcoming jobs in this particular area, like computer science and digital leadership kind of. So people, those are skilled in digital skills, those are having good development skills, programming skills, UI, or good understanding of such kind of technologies, there are a whole lot of bunch of opportunities are in the pipeline. And in the demand of skilled professionals, even it is going to be 20 times by 2024, as they have mentioned here. So government of India with the NASCOM, they have floated some of the future skills. Those are required to make the professionals future ready. There are certain skills they have mentioned. So in that, the design thinking and digital leadership is one of the key areas on which we are going to focus in this particular webinar. Now, what is digital leadership and what is design thinking? Whether we are developing any product, whether it is mechanical project or we are doing any civil engineering kind of project, or computer science, we are doing a whole lot of things, we design softwares. The design thinking is one of the key aspects. If the design is not good, definitely the users will not be able to accept it, will not be liking it, and ultimately it will end up as a failure, right? So I'll take one example. Let's say we buy water bottles. So there are different patterns, different types of bottles are available. Now, if I take one example, let's say right now I'm having two bottles. So you may be able to see it. One is this, maybe it is visible, and another bottle is this, right? So the purpose of these two product is same. We are going to use them to store the water only. So these products are useful, but there are other aspects also. Not only the product is important, the way of presentation, like if I take the example of this bottle, the presentation is a bit different and it is having a separate cover also. Although this cover is the accessories which is additionally enhancing the presentation of this particular product. But in case of this product, there's a different presentation we are having. So there is a coated material and other things. So I'm sure that you must agree that the product, or there are different products we are designing or companies are designing for the same purpose. But how the UI is user interface, or UX has been taken care, it is a great quotient in the success of that particular product. So let's talk about a bit on UI and UX. Although I'm not the right person to talk on this, Mr. Avajit will lead you, but I'll brief you. So what is UX and what is UI actually? In UI, when we design a product or software, we take care about the color scheme, content of that, buttons, forms, images, layout, and typography. So overall look, how the product is looking, that is the UI. And what is the UX? The UX part is a way beyond the UI. So UI is only the one aspect. It is about the, you can say, aesthetic part, how your product is looking, how it is appealing, right? But the UX is about the usefulness of the product, whether the product is satisfiable or not, convenient or not, credible or not, desirable, accessible, and so on. So the key factor which decide a better UX, you can say the product must be usefulness, there should be usefulness, the product must be usable, and the product must be desirable. So if these three characteristics are there, almost the thing which is required in UX, we are taking care about. Right. So like an interface, if I give you an example, let's say we are having a product, let's say a rice of bowl. What is UI there and how the UX is playing role there? So let's say one is taking the rice with the help of a spoon. So the user, let's say I am the user and I am dealing with a product that is, let's say, rice bowl. I'm taking it up with the help of a spoon. So a spoon is playing the role, a kind of interface. If that interface is not good, obviously I will not feel comfortable to deal with the product. So it doesn't matter how good your product is, if your UI doesn't doesn't do well or not designed well, it is going to be hamper the experience of the user, and your product success will also be hampered. So UX makes the interface useful. The prime focus of UX is the usability, the enhancing the experience of the user, and the UI is about the beautifying the interface, right? Then I will take few examples of good and bad UX design. So you can see we are very much familiar with, earlier we were having the bottles of ketchup, like we are having glass bottles, and there are this kind of bottles, those are designed in plastic. So there are different experiences the users may have in the bottle which is designed in glass. We need to, if we want to take the ketchup out, we shake them, right? So we are having different experience, but in another bottle we can just squeeze it and the ketchup will out and we can enjoy a meal, right? In terms of software, we are having, let's say, if we are saving something, so this is an interface and it is displaying like checkbox to unsubscribe. So it is saying cancel or subscribe, right? Rather than, we can display better messages so that the user will have better experience and will not be getting confused. So we may write confirm or cancel, right? So these are few of the things. Mr. Avajit will take you further career opportunities and other things. I think Avajit ji will take you in this program. There are few things. So apart from the career opportunities, okay, these are the opportunities in the domain of UI and UX developers, right? But because this program we are launching with CSE, so in CSE, like, we wherein the student attend this particular program for software development, product development, along with the UX specialization. So the prime concern which we are having, many of our students, they are good in developing the product. They are getting like the good packages, 49 lakhs and others. But when it comes to design a very rich experience to the user, somehow many of them they lack. So this particular specialization in UI UX will train you for both the path. If you want to become a software developer, you are getting all the necessary things, necessary subjects, inputs in that. Along with, there are certain courses, those are specifically designed to give you the experience and prepare you for a UX developer or designer, right? So all these profiles are available in the field of UI UX. The highlights of the program I will come in the end. Now I invite Mr. Avajit to give you the detail of UI and UX. Mr. Avajit. Ms. Ruby, please transfer the control to Mr. Avajit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, Mr. Abhijit is not with us right now. I think he might be occupied somewhere. So
Oh,
can
okay,
you please
okay.
continue with the presentation, sir? Yes, thank you so much.
Yes, yes. So let me discuss the highlights of the program. In this particular program, the curriculum has been designed meticulously. We have put whole lot of efforts. We deliberate, discuss the things, look at the market opportunities, and then we have designed the content in this particular scheme. More than 30% courses in this particular collaborative program will be delivered by industry experts, and the experts will be from Imagine XP. This program we are offering in the collaboration with Imagine XP. Students shall get access to the world-class intellectual and technology-centered resources. So there will be like tools and techniques the students will be using in that. So hands-on practical exposure to the most widely used tools in UI UX industry like InVision, Chaplin, Figma, Hotjar, Clinto, Adobe XD, Azure, Photoshop, Illustrator, etc. On these tools, the students will be working and getting these skills. And there'll be multiple courses. It is providing you the self-organized learning environment, like do-it-yourself kind of courses will be floated so that one can be very much skilled by the end of the completion of the course. And there'll be flipped classroom techniques models will also be incorporated. in which some of the things will be given in advance to study, and then next day the same thing will be discussed in the class so that one can have better understanding of the concepts. Guided and live projects supported by the experts from Imagine XP. So there will be industry experts associated to each and every student, and the experts will be guiding throughout the product development. And diverse and flexible and choice-based learning approach with wide range of offerings in the major of the minor areas of specialization. So along with this, there are certain courses which will be delivered on the UX or UI theme by the industry experts. There will be certain other elective baskets also we will be offering. So in CSE, because there are different specializations, different things, if one want to opt for some other, we can offer like cyber or any other thing as a minor along with the UI UX and the basics of the computer science. Now, in addition to the core curricula program, offers subjects like, okay, just a moment, like communication, analytical and soft skills for the enhancement of the personality and the employability. And 6-month internship opportunity will also be given to the students. Those will be the part of this program along with the 100% placement assistance, right? So I invite Mr. Avajit to give you a detailed description of what is this all about UI and UX. What are the career prospects in this? Mr. Avajit. Ms. Ruby,
Thank
please
you,
transfer
sir.
the control to, yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Please give me a moment, sir.
Yeah. I'm so sorry, there was some technical glitch in between.
No issues.
Issues.
I hope the screen is visible.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So good morning, everyone, and dear students specifically. Thanks for joining this session and thanks for being patient. And of course, a big thanks and warm hugs to the entire team of LPU, lovely professional university. We are so proud to be the industry and academic partners with LPU for launching this one of the special degree programs, BTech Computer Science with specialization in user experience design, UX, UI design. And we at Imagine XP have been nurturing talents across the globe when it comes to UX design, have more than 1,250 such corporate coaches and industry experts who have been working day in, day out with us to make it sure that we bring onto the table the best curriculum, the best content, case studies, and making it sure that we are producing best UX experts passing out from colleges as fresh graduates. With that aim, we have launched this program at lovely professional university as well. And here today, I'm going to brief you about how technology and design or how technology and UX are evolving. And when you pass out in next 4 years, what exactly are you going to do in the industry? Because I'm sure you must be hearing a lot of things about AI/ML, data sciences, or augmented reality, virtual reality, mixed reality, IoT, or metaverse right now. I'm sure you must have heard of metaverse, but how exactly is it helping a normal user, a common man? How exactly is it impacting the lifestyle of a customer? Or how exactly is it useful for businesses? And that's what technology and designers are doing today in the world. So before moving ahead and talking or giving you a definition of UX, I would like to first show you an amazing video. Please have a proper look at it. Uh, Let me tell you before I start this video, please observe the video. It's a modern day lifestyle of a working professional. And let me tell you guys, 80% of the things that you see in this video are not concept, but in fact have been actually implemented. And that has happened with the blend of technology and design going in hands of a common man. I will give you more examples to elaborate and explain you in a much simpler way, but please watch this video. And after watching this video, I want you to, if you can write down in the chat box, please do write down in the chat box what exactly did you observe in the video. So let me just play the video. Right. So if you can write down in the chat box and let me know what are your findings from the video. Okay, I'll start, and maybe till the time you can write down. But yes, if you see the first screen of that video, the lady, a working professional, when she stepped out of an international airport of a country where her language was not spoken, she was able to wear a smart glass and see all the billboards or all the messages which were written in a foreign language. And through translation, it was translated into her own language. And I'm sure it is very common today, something known as Google Lens we have in our phones, right? And through Google Lens, when we hover over any screen, let's say if something is written in Punjabi, I can read it in Hindi or English. If something is written in Chinese, I can again read it in my own vernacular language. A use of AI technology, of course, in the hands of a common man with something known as UX design, right? So by this simple example, or there are many other examples. She sat in the cab, and just because that cab had her data, right, on the mirror of sorry, on the glass window pane of the cab, she was able, that was a smart interactive window pane, and she was able to see that ETA is 15 minutes to the hotel, and she was also able to see that her meeting is somewhere in the building, which was written, your meeting is here tomorrow, on a building. Again, an amazing example of how data science, AI, and of course UX work together. While she wanted to check into the hotel, she was able to do through her mobile with some mobile application. Of course, the gadgets were more fine. The screens were better of the mobile phone, had some 3D technology as well. And what you saw, while she was checking into the hotel, her information was sent to the hotel manager then and there with all her preferences. So what I'm trying to tell you is the entire check-in process, which happens today at the reception of the hotel, and you have to give your identification proof. You don't have to do that now. I mean, of course, in coming days, months, and years, and it is just going to be through your mobile phone, and you get the door key on your mobile phone, right? Through some NFT technology, you tap on the door with your mobile phone, and the door will open. Of course, ranging from your check-in time to your checkout time, that door will be the lock will be enabled with your mobile key. So again, and then of course, there were office meetings, there were interactions the way we are doing today. I, Pushpendra sir, Ruby ma'am, and the other members are able to interact with all of you. Think of it, हो सकता है आज से 3 साल बाद this entire software through technologies of AR VR will be 3D. So you will be able to see me and Pushpendra sir and Ruby ma'am sitting in the same hall virtually and interacting with all of you, right? It is going to happen very soon, and I'm sure you amongst the crowd will be will be actually working on these things. Then of course there was this small little girl at home studying through her tab, doing her assignments, which of course last 2 years we already have seen. You guys were in school, your brothers, sisters were in primary sections, and everybody was on a laptop or a smartphone or a gadget studying at home. And you must have seen how edtech companies have evolved with these smart gadgets and products, making it sure that children are able to get educated through technology. So that girl at home sitting was, of course, doing her creative assignments, and you can compare that with some Baiju tab or something. And then, of course, her father was interacting with the refrigerator of the home, checking which grocery item is available and which needs to be ordered. So what I'm trying to tell you is the blend of technology and UX design is actually the lifestyle management of a common man today and tomorrow. I hope you will understand and agree. And what you see on the screen right now is a gadget which is projected on your palm, or in healthcare segments, instead of 2D animation through which today hospitals see the report, tomorrow they are going to check our entire body system through 3D, technologies, AR, VR technologies. Or what you see is the lady interacting with a home refrigerator and checking which grocery is available or not. What I'm trying to tell you here is, guys, and last 2 years is the proof for a country like India, where I'm sure you will agree that, and not in India, it's a global survey, dear students, that 70% of the local technology users, they don't understand technology. Just like you or some other computer science experts, they don't understand coding, they don't understand algorithm, they don't understand statistics and mathematics and logic behind it. The only thing that they understand is that they were able to scan a QR code and do a payment in 2 steps. The only thing that they understand is that they use a voice command and they are able to instruct Google, Siri, or Alexa to do some task, right? My question to all of you is that if you are going to ask Alexa the answer for 2 plus 2, how many times you will listen to her saying the right answer? Is it possible that Alexa will say 5 or 7 or 11? I hope you will agree it's not possible, right? What I'm trying to tell you is, if technology is perfect, I as a common man will only understand and when only accept when I'm going to hear that 2 plus 2 is 4, that means it's a good technology. It's when it's in the common hand, the voice UX has helped it evolve. Today, it's a funny device just because Alexa is used to speak some jokes, or Alexa is used to applaud. It claps for you, it laughs, and it answers few of your funny questions. But trust me, people, Alexa is exactly like how the smartphone has become the utility today. Every average Indian family has a minimum of 2 smartphones. The people below poverty line are also having Android or Geo phones today, accessing to internet and technology, accessing to digital payments and other digital services and products. What I'm trying to tell you is that similarly, 5 years down the line, Alexa is going to become a utility manager for all of us, managing my home, managing my personal and professional life, and making it sure that I don't forget anything. I pay my electricity bill, I get my grocery, I get my gadgets repaired at home, and everything happens through Alexa. That is going to be the future. And who decides, who creates, who thinks about it? UX consultants, digital consultants like you, who learn BTech computer science, learn the nuances of technology, learn the algorithms and coding, along with that, who learn UX design, learn the nuances of futuristic digital design space, and how is that solving the problems of a common man. Digital payments, digital or maybe fintech and digital banking is solving the problem of a common man. Digital healthcare, which has set up a new industry today after pandemic, is something which is going to help a common man. Pandemic proved that there can be a time where maybe I'm located in some other city, my parents or my close ones are located in some other city, but how do I ensure that they get best of the best healthcare? Digital is the answer, and you are going to see how technology is going to impact that. So technology stand alone, AI ML stand alone, IoT stand alone as a concept will never help. A case study in a normal lifestyle of a common man is only going to help. So having said that, what exactly is design? Commonly speaking, what I see on the left is a bad design, or what I see on the right is a very good design, right? But as engineers, why does that interest you, right? What I'm trying to tell you here is design is not only about what you look and feel. Design is about the process, how it works. And of course, everybody knows this man on the screen, Steve Jobs, who made it sure that technology and design go hand in hand, who made it sure that technology is available in hands of a common man on something known as Apple devices, from iPod to iPhone and to, of course, all the Mac devices. He made it sure that design changes the world look at technology. So it is not only about the look and feel, it is not only about how beautiful the phone is, but actually how it works and make our lifestyle easy. And hence, again, this is an example. And again, I will urge, if it's possible for you guys to write down in the chat box, please tell me, sorry, please tell me how do the two ketchup bottles are different? I don't know if I'm able to access the chat box answers if students are writing.
Nobody has answered it yet. I'm so sorry.
Okay,
They
no
have
worry.
discussing about the video.
No worry. Again, while we are talking about user experience design, before giving it a definition, let me tell you how the two bottles are different, or if I need to give you an answer of which bottle is better. Survey says that the bottle on the right side or the bottle on the second bottle, which looks like a plastic bottle and the lid is upside down, is better than the first one. And reasons are very common. The bottle on the left is a glass bottle. Usually what happens, hello.
Yes, sir. So we have got the answer also from few attendees. They are agreeing with you that second one is better because it have a good visual and it is easy to drop ketchup from this
Superb.
bottle.
Very nice. Great. I was not able to access the answer. Thank you so much for helping me here. So yes, just to add on to the reasons, because here it is about user. User are you and me who use these bottles. And how is our experience different from bottle on the left and bottle on the right? The bottle on the left, like I said, is made up of glass. It breaks easily. Bottle on the left, when the sauce is left just 1/4 in the bottle, जब थोड़ी कम sauce बचती है, so you have to thump very hard on the back to make sure that you get the ketchup. Versus bottle on the right, of course, is made up of good plastic and which is of course accepted in the edible industry. The lid is upside down and you can easily squeeze out the ketchup. Now let us understand, you guys are going to become engineers, you guys are going to learn UX, and maybe you are going to become UX developers or UX digital consultants. Why am I talking about just a mere sauce bottle? Just because we evolved the definition of user experience design from here. Of course, we make you teach, we make you learn the nuances of digital user experience, all digital products and services, but to make you understand what is user experience design, I gave this example. The bare minimum work of a sauce bottle is सबसे बिल्कुल बेसिक काम एक सॉस बॉटल का क्या है कि उसमें से आराम से सॉस निकल जाए, right? And hence the bottle on the right gives you a better user experience. And hence this design is not for look and feel. This design is to ensure that it works for a common man. आपका काम आराम से हो जाए, right? So hence one very important definition, which please take a screenshot. Please remember this definition while you are going to do BTech Computer Science with specialization in UX UI. The three important words that you need to work on while you study UX design for technology. You need to understand that UX design is the process. This design is a process. and actually it's a step-by-step process to enhance user satisfaction by ensuring three most important terms: usability, accessibility, and desirability. While you interact with a digital product and a service, if these three parameters are met, that means you are following the perfect step-by-step design process and nuances, which industry is following today for all digital products and services. What is usability? Usability, again, like we talked about the bare minimum work, the bare minimum usable factor of any product. So if it is Paytm, the bare minimum thing which is required out of Paytm is कि digital payment successful हो जाए. चाहे वो Abhijit is transferring money to you, you are transferring it to Abhijit, you are getting recharge done, you are doing some UPI payment, you are recharging your mobile wallet, the e-wallet of Paytm, or if you are doing any transaction which is related to money, the bare minimum work of Paytm is that it should be flawless. आराम से हो जाए ताकि at least that digital app is known to be usable, कि इसका use है. Again, let me tell you, and I'm sure everybody will agree, that जब हम कोई app download करते हैं, हमारे मोबाइल में अभी भी जब हम वापस अपने मोबाइल की सारी एप्स देखेंगे, आई एम श्योर यू विल एग्री, देयर कैन बी वन और टू सच मोबाइल एप्लीकेशन व्हिच यू सी, अरे ये तो मैंने डाउनलोड करी थी बट यूजेबल नहीं थी, एंड लेट मी जस्ट डिलीट इट, लेट मी जस्ट अनइंस्टॉल इट, एंड आई एम श्योर इट हैपेंस टू अस. All essential mobile applications are still available, but there are some applications which I download just because I saw an ad on Instagram, or just because maybe I thought of कि मुझे ना fitness करना है और fitness का एक app अच्छा सा मैंने download किया, but it was not usable, and I then uninstalled it. So the most important factor which digital products and services need to ensure is the usability factor, bare minimum usability. That's again, like I gave an example of Paytm. Similarly, let's say Netflix or Amazon Prime, or maybe a Flipkart, or maybe an Uber or Ola. If I'm not able to book cabs through Ola, जो उसका bare minimum काम है, I will never like to use it. The second most important thing in a digital product and service is accessibility. How accessible I am to the user, right? Again, which also means how interactive I am. The human machine interaction factor is so important these days and in the future that I have to understand that my digital product and service needs to be accessible to everyone, all genre. आप सोचिए अगर पेटीएम सिर्फ शहर के लोगों के लिए बनाए, नेटफ्लिक्स सिर्फ 18 से 24 साल की एज ग्रुप के लोगों के लिए बनाए, तो डू यू थिंक दे आर गोइंग टू गेट कस्टमर्स? डू यू थिंक दे आर गोइंग टू गेट रेवेन्यूज? डू यू थिंक दैट बिजनेस इज फिजिबल? नो. I have to make it sure that my product and service on any digital platform today needs to be covering all user personas, all types of users at the global level. And we have seen that in past years. From last 5 years, we have seen that if I'm accessible to everyone, that means I'm so simple that Paytm today is used by rickshaw wala, doodh wala, छोटे kirana store wala, sabzi wala, and everybody, even when a person is uneducated and they don't know basic English also, technology or computer science to dur ki baat hai, they don't understand the basic English also, they are also confident that their money is safe in something known as Paytm wallet. I hope all of you who are listening to me will agree to what I'm saying. In last 2 years of pandemic, I'm sure you must have seen your parents and grandparents also using a lot of mobile applications for basic work, essential work. digital payments, watching content on the internet, using social media applications, using Amazons and Flipkarts of the world, and making their lifestyle a little easier. Or Zomato or a Swiggy, right? Or Uber and an Ola. They are no more restricted to only city lifestyles. They are actually being used by tier 2, tier 3 town, and they are used by all segments of the society. Uska reason yahi hai, the machine and the human interaction has gone simpler. Apps, all these applications like a Paytm or a Google Pay today are available in vernacular languages, especially Paytm is available in all vernacular languages from Punjabi to Gujarati to Marathi to all these languages, making it sure it is accessible, making it sure the UI part is so simple that I'm able to tap on my screen and the message and interaction is very clear. Interaction का क्या मतलब होता है? Communication between two things or two people. So here, one is a digital product and one is a human, which means one is machine and one is human. Now, who decides the human-machine interaction goes simpler day by day? All young professionals like you who are going to work in the industry of technology and design are going to ensure. I'll show you one of the videos of Sundar Pichai on how Google is evolving into the lifestyles of a common man. Third important thing is desirability. Now, what is desirability? Desire कि मैं बार बार पेटीएम का लॉयल कस्टमर बनूंगा, मैं बार बार गूगल पे से ही पेमेंट करूंगा. वो डिजायरेबिलिटी फैक्टर आता है जब आप कुछ नया उसके अंदर लेकर आते हैं जो पहले कभी नहीं हुआ दुनिया में. जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल, again if I take examples of Paytm and Google Pay, for last so many years what you have observed in Google Pay and a Paytm is a lot of cashbacks, lot of reward points, lot of scratch cards, और Google comes with a lot of games. जैसे अभी वो इंडी होम एक गेम चल रहा है गूगल में, where you build houses. I hope everybody agrees to what I'm saying. उसमें कुछ हाउस बनाते हो आप, and of course उस जैसे जैसे हाउस की बिल्डिंग कंप्लीट होती है, you get another offer or a scratch card. Or while there was IPL, from Zomato to your Paytm to Google Pay, everybody had some gamification factor of making digital payments or ordering food online, and then you play a game along with that. What is all this? This is desirability. Just because हम और आप as users we are spoiled for choices. हमारे पास इतनी choices हैं कि अगर आज पेटीएम पसंद नहीं आएगा तो अनइंस्टॉल किया और गूगल पे पर आ गए. अगर आज स्विगी पसंद नहीं आएगा तो जोमैटो पे आ गए. Now everybody has to survive, and the world and the globe is huge. Everybody will get a space if you are working on these three factors: usability, accessibility, and desirability. Right? Desirability is such an important factor because, like I said, that as customers and users, we have a psychology and a mindset कि मुझे जहां ज्यादा फायदा होगा, I'll move to that. And hence, let me give you another example. And if you are writing in chat box, I will request ma'am to help me if you get some answers. My question to all of you is, जब digital payments नहीं थे, let's say मेरे बचपन का टाइम और मे बी आपके पेरेंट्स के बचपन का टाइम, एंड मेरी पॉकेट में 100 रुपए कैश है, कैश, राइट, रियल कैश. I go to a departmental store or I go to a kirana store and I tell the shopkeeper to give me chocolates of 100 rupees, right? He will give me chocolates, I will give him 100 rupees. Do you think that he is going to give me 3 rupees back and say कि ये मेरी तरफ से आपको cashback है? Pushpendra sir, what do you say?
No, sir. This is the total different era in which we
Yes, that's true.
are. At our time,
Right.
Yes.
Right. So students, if you'll ask your parents, you will get the same answer. If you'll ask me, we have same answer that no, it never happened. Whatever is the cost of the product, I had to give it that to the shopkeeper and only then I will get the product. Now today, I give the same situation to all of you kids that you go to the retail store, which is close to your house, you ask for chocolates worth 100 rupees, you do a digital payment through Paytm or Google Pay by scanning the QR code, you pay 100 rupees, but there are chances that few of you get 3 rupees, 5 rupees, 7 rupees as a cashback on Google. Yes or no? I really hope everybody is writing yes in the chat box. What I'm trying to tell you is this desirability factor of digital products and services has been increasing over the period in time, right? And hence a successful digital product and service works when it is usable, it is accessible, and it is desirable. We are going to see some more examples here. So again, I have already talked about Paytm. We already know how Book My Show made it sure that you don't have to stand in queues, right? Or how Zomato is helping not only in ordering food, but making sure that when I go to a new city, I can see which is the best food available in what areas, or now I can book my table if I need to go out in a restaurant, right? Again, with Zomato Gold membership, I have a lot of things which I can do, or a Pro membership, I can do a lot of things. I can get a lot of cashbacks. I can do a lot of savings, desirability. And of course, Netflix is my favorite example. Everybody of you will be surprised if you don't know this. Netflix in 1990s was just a store. There used to be stores in the US with the name Netflix, and वहां पर DVDs किराए पे मिलती थी, right? So I used to go to a store, take a DVD, take it on rent, pay some rent to Netflix, watch that DVD, give it back to Netflix. Then they also came to a model जहां पर you can just order on Netflix and then they will courier the DVD to your home. You can watch that movie, pay the rent, and get it deposited back, right? And then, of course, innovation came when you can do entire booking process of DVD through www.netflix.com and get your DVD at your home. And then, of course, when online streaming was invented in this world, Netflix became the first one to make it sure that they implement all the processes of technology and design, becoming number one today at the global level. Now, again, if you ask your parents कि आप लोग DVDs या DVDs तो मैं बहुत नया शब्द use कर रहा हूँ. Again, Pushpendra sir will agree to me that we used to watch video cassettes. I don't know, students, how many of you have seen a video cassette player, a VCR and a video cassette. But of course, I'm sure a few of you must be having that as an antique piece in your home, or you can ask your parents and they will let you know. And since these were expensive affairs, so for a normal common Indian man, there used to be shops, छोटे बड़े शहरों में video libraries होती थी. We used to go there. We used to ask for the movie that we need to watch. We used to deposit some money, and then we used to get that video cassette at home, watch the movie, go back to the store, give the cassette, and take back the money after a deduction of small amount, or let that money be with him so that we can buy, or we can rent more such video cassettes in the future. Now, when you go to that video library, जब हम उस दुकान में जाते थे, there used to be big posters, movie posters of latest releases of Bollywood, latest releases of Hollywood, and there used to be smaller posters of best hit, best movies of Bollywood, best movies of Hollywood, and then there used to be a library. जैसे बुक्स की लाइब्रेरी होती है वैसे वीडियो कैसेट्स की लाइब्रेरी होती थी, which was of course based on some genre or based out of alphabets. A वाली सारी मूवीज यहाँ होंगी, B वाली सारी हिंदी मूवीज यहाँ होंगी, which starts with the alphabet A, B and C, whatever. What I'm trying to tell you is what Netflix did is amazing, a superb case study which everybody should study. कि ये जो मैंने फिजिकल एक्सपीरियंस आपको बताया शॉप में जाने का, उस शॉप के पूरे इंटीरियर्स देख के कैसेट चूज करने का, पैसे देने का और कैसेट लेकर आने का, ये जो एक्सपीरियंस मैंने आपको बताया, Netflix is number one in the world to make it sure that through technology and design, they do the similar experience digitally, which means that today when I download Netflix on my mobile, the first thing that happens is on the landing page, I see big posters of latest movies and web series. And what I see below are smaller posters of what is trending today in the world or in my country, and then more smaller posters of different genres of content, either alphabetically or genre wise, from let's say crime to comedy to whatever, Punjabi movies, this, that, whatever. And then when I need to watch a content, first thing that I need to do is make a subscription model and pay. Exactly जैसे उस वीडियो कैसेट की दुकान पे होता था कि आपको कैसेट लेनी है तो पहले 100 रुपए जमा कराओ. Exactly the way. And then they used to enter my details. Abhijit Singh, so and so place, 100 rupees जमा है. जैसे मैं आज Netflix पे अपना प्रोफाइल बनाता हूँ. Exactly the same. Think of how the physical experience has gone digital. One more important thing, this is very important and this is what designers and technology experts are doing. और मैं जो आपको बताने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ, what I'm trying to tell you is, when you at LPU, when you study this Imagine XP BTech CS UX UI, you are going to study all these very small little things but very important. जैसे जब मैं इस दुकान पे, I'm talking about a normal user, a common user, जो कि इस शॉप पे जाके वीडियो कैसेट रेंट पे लेता था. When I used to go to this shop for 4th, 5th and 6th time, तो शॉपकीपर को ये समझ आता था कि ये मेरे रेगुलर कस्टमर हैं और इनको कुछ ऑफर देना चाहिए, या ये मेरे रेगुलर कस्टमर है और हमेशा ये कहते हैं कि मुझे वो इंग्लिश कॉमेडी मूवीज चाहिए, तो मैं इनके लिए इंग्लिश कॉमेडी मूवी लेकर आऊंगा और जैसी आएगी मैं इनको बताऊंगा. Right? So when I'm going there for the 6th time, that shopkeeper started recommending me कि देखो ये आपको वो इंग्लिश मूवी पसंद आई थी ना, आपको कॉमेडी की और मूवीज चाहिए थी, ये देखो 2-3 नई कैसेट्स आई. Recommendation. And also just because I'm regular, he said कि 20 रुपए की जगह मैं आपसे अब 15 रुपए ही पर कैसेट लूंगा. What Netflix is doing with us, subscription rates have been decreasing if you are an avid customer of Netflix. Second important thing, when you start watching a particular genre of content, Netflix recommends you कि just because आपने ये देखा था, you might like this. Entire physical experience goes digital, and hence not just क्योंकि Netflix media and entertainment का मोबाइल एप्लीकेशन है, Netflix एक business, एक successful business just because of technology and UX है. That's why Netflix is close to my heart, and I will urge everyone to read about the case study of how Netflix as a business has evolved and how only two things, design and technology, has helped Netflix grow. Of course, these are like common examples for all of us. How Amazon is getting into our lifestyle is something which you are going to witness very soon. Jahan the parents at home, especially the mothers of the home, when they used to say कि नहीं राशन स्विगी से या Amazon से नहीं मंगाना है या बिग बास्केट या ग्रोसर्स से नहीं मंगाना है, you will see the trend changing, that they have started or they will be started talking about yes, Amazon is better than any other grocery store, just because Amazon through its user experience is making it sure that Amazon is now tying up with all local kirana stores of a country like India. Why are they doing that? Data scientists say that the retail kirana store business of a country like India is so huge, and that's why you see Reliance getting into it, that's why you see Amazon getting into it. The big billionaires of the world are getting into it because of a logic, right? And hence, what you are going to learn from this course is all the nuances of UX and UI, which is product, design, service, plus of course digital technology. From metaverse to how do we converse in a virtual world. What are people talking in the globe from? I'm sure you know all the four people on the screen. What I'm trying to tell you is that if you, of course, are a technology enthusiast, that's why, of course, you are taking admission in such a prestigious university, LPU. What I'm trying to tell you is you need to understand that these big giants of the globe are talking about technology and design of the future. I would urge each one of you to watch their YouTube videos and see how are they talking about कि आज से 10 साल के अंदर, 5 साल के अंदर, 2 साल के अंदर, what is Google, what is Meta of course is Facebook, what is Microsoft planning to do, how Amazon is going to evolve in your country, making it sure that you also get an amazing job. And this was a very important video that I wanted to show each one of you. I was talking about accessibility, right? Google कैसे ensure कर रहा है कि एक common man Google Voice को access कर सके, Google Voice को अपना एक usability factor prove करने के लिए they have been Google digital labs, they have been working on making Google Voice available in all vernacular languages, making it sure कि आपके बहुत सारे काम easy हो जाएं. And you are going to witness this in next 2 years in India. Sundar Pichai has mentioned that you, when I say you, matlab a common man, right? So for example, my grandmother probably she speaks only Punjabi. She doesn't know Hindi very well. She understands Hindi, and of course she doesn't understand English. But can she interact with her Android phone while speaking Punjabi? The answer is yes. In coming months and years, it is going to be a yes. Making it sure it is not only interaction, but Google is helping her do her job. So for example, if she says, book my medicines or order my medicines from the prescription that I have stored in the, let's say, in my photos or in my documents, or I need to book a cab to go to some place, to Gurudwara, Google actually is going to make sure that the work is done. This is in this video, Sundar Pichai is actually showing how Google is doing that. They are working on Google Duplex. They are working on natural language understandability factor, which comes through AI tool and with the blend of user experience. Please have a look at it. Let me know if it is not audible to you.
Hi, I'm wanting to book a working haircut for a client. I'm looking for something on May 3rd.
It turns out a big part of getting things done is making a phone call. We think AI can help with this problem. Let's say you want to ask Google to make you a haircut appointment on Tuesday between 10 and noon. What happens is the Google Assistant makes the call seamlessly in the background for you. So what you're going to hear is the Google Assistant actually calling a real salon to schedule the appointment for you. Let's listen.
Here. Hi, I'm wanting to book a women's haircut for a client. I'm looking for something on May 3rd. Sure, give me 1 second. Sure, what time are you looking for around? At 12 p.m. We do not have a 12 p.m. available. The closest we have to that is a 1:15. Do you have anything between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m.? Depending on what service she would like. What service is she looking for? Just a woman's haircut for now? Okay, we have it 10 o'clock. 10 a.m. is fine. Okay, what's your first name? The first name is Lisa. Okay, perfect. So I will see Lisa at 10 o'clock on May 3rd. Okay, great. Thanks, great. Have a great day. Bye.
That
was a real call you just heard. The amazing thing is the assistant can actually understand the nuances of conversation. We've been working on this technology for many years. It's called Google Duplex. It brings together all our investments over the years in natural language understanding, deep learning, text to speech. By the way, when we are done, the assistant can give you a confirmation notification saying your appointment has been taken care of. Let me give you another example. Let's say you want to call a restaurant, but maybe.
So what you saw was a real call which happened through Google, and Google Voice was talking to the person on the other hand. And did you see that it was a flawless humanized voice conversation? This is what people in voice UX are talking about and working on. All the R&D of Google is going on that today. Again, all the technologies that you see on the screen right now, from augmented reality, virtual reality, IoT, as technology experts, and after learning UX, you are actually going to work on all these things that you see on the screen, from voice-based to gestures to wearables. What are going to be, how are these devices, the watch or the mobile phone, going to change for the future? Who will decide that? That it is fit for the users? You are going to do that in the future, right? So I have already mentioned this. From all the technologies, how is it implemented in the common lifestyle is something that you see on the screen. And again, of course, the banking experiences of the world, the classroom teaching experiences of the world have changed over the period in time. We have already seen that video of a common lifestyle of a man, from a smart glass to virtual check-in to a smart refrigerator. And these are just products and services for us, but for them it's business. And now this is the bottom line. All the businesses of the world, mind it guys, are governed and ruled through technology and design hand in hand. And that's why when you learn UX with BTech, you become UX developers. You know development, you know UX design, right? Amazon, amazing example. What Amazon is going to do now in a country like India, I want each one of you to please read this case study. Right now, I will not be able to describe that due to timings. Otherwise, I would have loved to make it sure that you understand what is Amazon easy for a common Indian man of tomorrow. But see how technology and design is going to impact Amazon easy, right? These again are business examples of how UX and technology is changing the lifestyles and the businesses. Along with your computer science subjects, which Pushpendra sir was mentioning to you, you are going to learn all these nuances from the concepts of UX, UI, prototyping, customer journey mapping, ideation techniques, persona building, strategy building of digital products and services and businesses. How do you do usability testing and make it sure that your product is good for the users? How do you design for IoT, AI, AR, MR, and VR is something that you are going to learn in this curriculum. Our curriculum is backed by these industry experts. When you are going to join LPU, when you go into the third year and before your internship, you are going to work on live projects with these industry experts. You are going to attend master classes sessions by industry experts. And of course, you might become one of such students who have been working in Tata Click or Adani Group and have been part of their digital teams. I have already mentioned that as UX experts, you can get job into any of these industries that you see on the screen right now, right? The job factor is better, the pay packages are better. If you compare it on LinkedIn, if you check payscale.com, you'll realize what are the salaries UX designers are getting over the period in time. You should go on LinkedIn, check how UX designers, leaders have been evolving their careers. What are they working on today? What are their journeys? This is just a simple evaluation of packages of an entry level to up till chief design officer or a chief digital officer that you can become of an organization. all sorts of companies, I have already told you, all sorts of industry segments and companies have been hiring UX designers and UX developers. And hence, with this, I would like to congratulate each one of you for choosing the right course at the right university with the right edtech partner. Lovely professional university with Imagine XP ensures that the 4 years of BTech Computer Science, along with the specialization in UX UI, is going to pave a way for you for your future careers in the field of design and technology. That's all from my side. If there are any questions, I would love to answer them.
Thank you, Ajit
Thank you so much,
for
sir.
such a
Thank you so
wonderful.
much, Professor
All
Abhijit, sir,
pleasure.
for sharing your vision and with such an informative presentation. And I hope, I believe that attendees must have gained a lot of information out of this. So thank you so much, sir. Yes, sir, we have few queries from our attendees. Because of the dearth of the time, we'll take a few queries and rest will be answered by our team. So, so there is a query from Aman Kumar. He wants to know that my main domain is data science, and what is the benefit for me of this UX and UI? Anyone
Okay,
of you?
Aman, wonderful question. Remember, I gave an example of how data scientists are working in collating the business decisions. So, like I said, retail, yeah, ration industry of a country like India is so huge that Amazon and Geo, everybody wants to get into it, right? Or Reliance wants to get into it. What I'm trying to tell you is, as data scientists, when you collate all these business analytics and data, then they go to, of course, UX team to make it sure that whatever feedback, whatever data that customers have given, we can make digital solutions for them, right? Just as normal example, इंडियन फैमिली में राशन का डिसीजन घर के लीडर्स होते हैं वो लेते हैं, जैसे आर मदर्स, the woman of the family is the leader and she ensures कि कौन सा राशन घर में आएगा. And that's why Amazon was unsuccessful in doing, yeah, Big Basket was unsuccessful in getting into the psychology of that woman leader of the home, right? Amazon gave a solution. If you see the advertisement of Amazon, वो कहते हैं ये आपकी अपनी दुकान है, right? They are trying to change the mindset not only by the advertisement. Let me tell you, Jeff Bezos has made it sure that Amazon executives are going to smaller cities, going to each kirana store, छोटे बड़े हर किराने स्टोर में जाके वो Amazon ग्रोसरी का टाई अप कर रहे हैं, ताकि मुझे जिस जगह का आटा और चावल लेना है वो मुझे Amazon ऐप पे मिल जाए, or the woman leader of the home is happy. Now, these are data scientists who come up with this conclusion and survey, and then these UX designers come up with a digital solution. So if you know UX, you will understand how data will then, of course, again impact the lifestyle of a common man.
Thank you so much, sir. Shweta, sir, you want to like to add something to this in terms of a university?
No, I think Abhijit ji has touched upon the point which the student is trying to inquire about. In data science, like when we are dealing about the experience in UX, it is all about the data. We are working overall scenario with the perspective of the user, and we try to enhancing the experience of the user. So obviously when we are trying to enhance the experience of the user, we need to uh, deal with the data science or data manipulation. So we come up with the conclusive kind of results, and then we enhance the experience of the user by enhancing the design of the product, right? So it is the intrinsic part, data is the intrinsic part. So if a student is good in that, it will be definitely an add-on.
Thank you so much, sir. So we'll take up another query. So another query is from Arvind and Preet Kamal as well. So both of them have the same queries are accumulated in one. So Professor Avijit, if you would like to answer this, they want the attendees wants to know that what skill apart from academics a person has to possess to be successful in his job.
Skills, can you come again? There was some problem in the voice.
What, yes, sir. So I'll repeat it again, sir. So the attendees wants to know that what skills apart from academics they have to possess to be successful in their job.
Okay, yeah. So today, of course, we are all living in the world of technology. Even if I'm not doing a course related to technology, I need to understand technology. So for all these students, I would like to tell you, of course, this university and along with Imagine XP, one thing is for sure that your curriculum is sorted, your degree is sorted. Of course, मेहनत आप लोगों की है, all these students. But जिन skills को हमें focus करना है कि इस curriculum से beyond, let's say आप BTech Computer Science कर रहे हैं with UX UI, just to understand what is IoT, just to understand what is business analytics, just to understand how future businesses are working, you need to be inquisitive. You need to have an edge over others. तो अगर मैं कुछ skills की बात करूं जो आपको 4 साल में develop करने चाहिए वो ये beyond curriculum learning mechanism is very important for all of you. Internet is available, YouTube and Google is available to you. Watch a lot of knowledgeable content which can help you shape your career. Second, take a lot of short-term courses. A lot of short-term courses, जो free courses available हैं. Do your research, do a lot of small 30 hours, 20 hours, 15 hours, 10 hours, short-term courses. Third important thing is, बिल्कुल हटके कुछ एक skill को करने की कोशिश करो. For example, it can be photography, it can be doodling, it can be 3D animation, anything. But try do such things in life because 4 saal, let me tell you, 70% of the life is sorted just because you are at LPU. Trust me, right? I have seen these students. 30% जो आपके पास bandwidth है, उसके अंदर be creative, be inquisitive, and try to understand technology by yourself. And there is no looking back.
Definitely, sir. I completely agree with you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Professor Pushpendra and Professor Abhijit, sir, for resolving all the queries of our attendees. And now we have our admission expert, Ms. Rachna with us. So, ma'am, over to you for the admission part of the university.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It would be great if I can get the screen sharing rights.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Just so fine and safe at your home. So I'll be just quickly sharing the fee structure of the university and what are the scholarships which are being offered to you and how you can apply for admissions at LPU. So as you can see, you just have to simply visit our website, which is www.lpu.in. I suppose there is some network issue. Just give me a second. Yeah, so I'll just go through it once. On the top of the website, you will see an icon of admissions, and once you click on that admission icon, we 12th programs, after segregated all the programs as per your qualification, like after 10th programs, after apply for any of the programs as per your qualifications. So the students, those who are going to qualify, complete their 12th and they will be getting their results this year, they can just click on the after 12th programs, and all the disciplines which are available at LPU will be in front of you. Just give me a moment once the website is open, as we are facing some technical issue today in the campus.
And you can verbally highlight the points. They know the route, so you can highlight the points verbally.
Yes. So as I just mentioned that we have segregated as per the qualification. So once you get all the disciplines on the screen, just click on the engineering icon, as we have, yeah, here we have admissions, and I'll just click on the after 12th programs, and all the programs, like the student just have to click on the engineering. So he can go through all the engineering programs like ECE, you click on CSE or mechanical, which are available at our university. So, and once computer science and engineering, the UX UI program right now, and once you click on that program, you'll get to see the eligibility criteria, the fees, the scholarship, the how to apply the icon, and some important dates. So yeah, here we have engineering, and here we have CSE, and here we have all the specialization. So I'll just quickly go on the UX and UI. So it will be a 4 years program with total 8 semesters. And once you scroll down, the eligibility criteria clearly states that the students should have minimum 60% marks in 12th with physics, maths and English as compulsory subject. And the student needs to qualify LPU NEST exam, which is conducted by LPU, the National Entrance and Scholarship Test. So this test is not only for eligibility purposes, but it will also help you to avail
If there is a voice lag, Ruby ma'am, hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Rachna ma'am, because of some technical glitch, we are unable to hear you.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Now we can hear you.
Am I
Yes.
audible? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So here we have the fee and the scholarship part. As you can see that the without scholarship fees goes 1,50,000 per semester, but we have different categories for your scholarship. Let's say if you score between 80 to 89.9 percentage, or if you score 85 but less than 90 between your JEE main, you will fall in category 3, that is of 18%, and your fees will be reduced to 1,23,000 per semester. If you score better, if you score between 90 to 94.9 percentage, or in JEE main percentile equal to or more than 90 but less than 95, you will fall in category 2, that is of 28%, and your fees will be reduced to 1,08,000 per semester. Last but not the least, if you score 95% or above in your 12th, or if you score 95 or above percentile in your JEE main, you will fall in category 1, that is of 30%, and your fees will be reduced to 93,000 per semester. Let's say if you couldn't fall in any of these categories, you have LPU NEST exam as well, the scholarship and eligibility exam. So this is the cutoff and total marks required to avail scholarship in this exam. Once you scroll down, you can see some other details, some other scholarship benefits, like we have scholarship on the basis of your innovation, startup and entrepreneurship. We have scholarship on the basis of financial aid, which covers scholarships for serving, retired defense, CAPF, paramilitary personnel and their dependents. So you can share such information on our email ID, which is admissions@lpu.co.in. Moving ahead, once you scroll down, you can see some important dates. The last date to apply for LPU NEST exam for this exam is 15th July 2022. And further, you will be allotted with some exam dates between 6th to 20th July, and within 24 hours, your result will be declared, and accordingly, you can proceed for admissions. In case if you have any queries, feel free to get in touch with us. We have listed our contact details on the right side of our website. The live video counseling icon will be there. Schedule a call. Our WhatsApp team is there for you. And once you scroll down, we have listed our helpline numbers. So I'll just wind up with one more important thing. We have already conducted such informative webinars in the past, and we will be keep conducting in the coming future. So you can register yourself or go through the past videos as well. So just click on admissions again, and on the left side of the screen, you will see an icon of LPU's Edu-Fair webinars, where we have listed all the details regarding the webinars. So thank you so much. Over to you, Ms. Ruby.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the detailed information about the admission part. And with this, we'll conclude our today's webinar. So last but not least, I'll suggest all the attendees that decisions determine destiny. So choose your dates wisely and take the admissions as soon as was possible. So with this, thank you so much. I would like to express my appreciation to the experts for their valuable contribution to our webinar, which was on future technology evolving with UX. So my deepest gratitude goes to all who attended this webinar and helped to make it such a successful one. And experts, I'm sure your years of research, your years of experience will definitely help the audience to choose the right path. So I, Rupa Gill, until next time, finally sign off the session. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Ruben. Thank you, Abhijit ji.